Okay. Here's part three.
Where does Chad Griggs go for here?
Um, Honestly, with Chad Griggs, I think he should do some can crushing. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Not terribly impressed with him, to be honest. He didn't really show me too much. He got taken down pretty easily by Lashley when Lashley was fresh. He seems to have some power, but otherwise, maybe he can pick up a couple wins here and there, but I don't really see him going too far up the division heavyweight. If he can cut the light heavy, maybe he can do something there. It's tough to say. He seemed pretty big, even though he's like a 228-pound heavyweight. But honestly, just find out like Mahe or like just some cans that, or don't fight Wes Sims or something, but or whoever. Just and let's see what he can do. Maybe he can give him a step up in competition after that. But I just not to offend the guy, I just don't see too much in him, to be perfectly honest.
Okay, where does Daniel Cormier go for here?
Oh man, jeez, this guy's a stud. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, great wrestling. If you watch the Tony Johnson fight in King to Cage, man, his wrestling, his grappling ability, awesome. And then he's standing with people. He definitely has some power. Just took out, pretty much took out Riley, pretty quickly in the first round. So, guy's a total stud. Sky's the limit for him. If he wants to cut to 205, he can most certainly do that. If he wants to stay at heavyweight, if they want to give him the other prospects like LeVar Johnson or Shane Del Rosario, wouldn't be opposed to that. They can give him like Sergey Kharitonov if they want to do that. Be pretty interesting. They can give him the other Overeem brother, not Alistair, but the other one. I personally feel move him up. He's pretty good. I do feel this guy's a stud. He's definitely got a bright future in MMA. He's just got the tools. I hope he doesn't think he's now this great kickboxer just because he's taking people out standing. I hope he still takes fights to the ground and doesn't make that mistake of thinking like he's a great boxer just because he's knocking people out now. But it's nice to see that he's well rounded. Like I said, sky's the limit for this guy. He really impressed me.
Wonderful. Where does Andrew Galvao go for here?
Well, the thing with Galvao is he almost lost in the first round. He got knocked down a couple times by Patino. It just he hasn't really impressed me. Honestly, I saw him as a much better. I thought he'd be a much better prospect, and in that I wanted to see more growth in him, but I really haven't. It's just he's a big welterweight, and he uses his size to kind of force the takedown. Really good at controlling on the ground when he's on top too. I thought the stoppage was too quick. It didn't look like Patino was in that bad a shape or anything to get a TKO stoppage there, but it's not to say where Galvao goes. He's not like a guy like Safadine. I thought he would be more like a Safadine or Woodley in the welterweight division, like these prospects with huge upside. This fight really didn't show me that he has too much upside. I just don't see too much improvement in him. That fight with Nate Moore that he was supposed to have would be pretty interesting. And maybe some other guys. You don't have to necessarily feed them cans, but just maybe some solid but not spectacular guys. I guess is what I'd give him.
What do the loss of Kimmo and Bobby Lashley mean for Strikeforce?
Well, there's a lot of talk about this right now, like, oh, Mo lost, you were hyping him up, as like the guy, as like one of their top guys in Strikeforce. Oh, Bobby Lashley lost, doom for Strikeforce, I don't see it, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where like, some people are thinking, oh, Scott Cooker must be crying right now. It's like, I don't see it, Bobby Lashley can sell us his fight with Dave Batista. He's kind of Kimbo Slice like in a way, in that like he's kind of shown that he's just like barely better than Cans really. um, but yeah, I just I think whoever Lashley was drawing as far as the casual audience goes, I don't really see why they won't stay. It's like, oh, he lost, we're not gonna watch him again. I don't even know how much of his pro wrestling audience that he really got, to follow him to MMA. To be perfectly honest, the thing with King Mo, yeah, they were hyping him up, and it kind of sucks that like with Calvin Conte, they weren't really hyping him up. Calvin Conte has a string of KO and TKO victories. Give this guy some highlight reels. Let the audience know who he is and what he can do. Obviously, Mo was very charismatic. He's definitely someone that Strikeforce wanted to do well. And he can still do well. It's not like one and done with him. It's like, oh, he lost. That's it. It's over. No, he's still a charismatic guy. He's still a very good fighter. He's still learning too. He's still capable of beating good fighters. So it's, I don't think it's as bad as people want to put it. I just don't think Scott Coker's crying. I think he's thinking, oh, hey, where do we match people up? What are we gonna do about the next Strikeforce show? I don't really, I can't imagine him thinking like, we're done. Oh my God, Mo lost, Lashley lost, our stars lost. We're done. Strikeforce is all over now. It's like, come on. I mean, there's more there's more fighters out there. There's more cards that are gonna happen. I think he's just gonna go the path that he's just gonna go. More fights, more cards. Sucks. That it happened. You can't really market a guy who's lost as much as you want to, but it happens. It's a fight game. I'd be surprised if he wasn't prepared for it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Mm-hmm. What does this card show about wrestling, striking, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in modern MMA?
Well, one thing that was really apparent to me was I really wish that there were more fighters like Jacare or Cavalcante, and that if you're going to go up against a guy that's going to take you down, that you have the instinct and to just get up, just not to stay in full guard and hold the guy and hope that the ref stands you up. I mean, they had the sense enough. It's like, oh, I got taken down. Let's move. Let's be active on the ground. Let's try and get up. I really wish more people adopted this, There's a lot more wrestlers coming into MMA. Learn to get up. These guys are black belts in jiu-jitsu, and they showed me why. Hey, if guy's on top of me, I know how to get out of it, even if he's some great wrestler. Lashley kind of showed what's been shown for a while just in MMA. You can't be one-dimensional. And it can't be a one-dimensional wrestler. It's not going to happen. You're not going to win fights. People know what to do against wrestlers. Some don't. Some people will get taken down at will. Other people will stuff takedowns or know how to get up. You have to have good cardio too. I mean, it's just a way of MMA. As far as striking goes, I think Jacare and Kennedy and KJ Noons and Gurgel, it kind of shows the difference from like a decent kickboxer versus like a good stand-up fighter. You know what I mean? Noons, it really showed that what good like boxing fundamentals will do for you in an MMA fight. Gurgel, he doesn't have the fundamentals. He loses. I mean, that's the way it works. With Kennedy versus Jacare, it really showed with striking just in MMA. It's still not there yet where it's definitely not like at a K1 level or a boxing level for sure. It's still at this like bad kickboxing area. You know what I mean? It's just like, people are, MMA fighters that, didn't start out in some sort of stand-up discipline. When they pick up the stand-up, they kind of shows that it's like a totally different sport in a way. You know, um, it takes a lot of time to pick up the stand-up game. Just even more so that I think than the ground game. To be perfectly honest, they did good. It's good to see them improve their stand-up. It's good to see everyone improve their stand-up, but it really shows me. This card really showed me that like stand-up in MMA's not there yet. When defensively, people in MMA aren't good at defense in the stand-up. That's the thing. They keep their hands low. They don't use a lot of head movement. They don't know how to parry. There's certain blocks in boxing that you'll see like Rampage utilize, for example, that a lot of fighters don't use. The Mo fight, really showed. Body shots are really cool. I love the use of body shots in MMA. Mo kind of showed though you can't overcommit. Yeah, it's good. It was working, but then you got a Muay Thai guy. There's knees, there's elbows in MMA. You gotta watch out for that stuff. So I think this card really showed a lot about the skill sets in MMA. You know what I mean? Jiu-jitsu's not dead by any stretch, and it's being used in ways to now get up. If you're taken down. Not just to submit, not just to pass guard, not just to control. So obviously, the skills in MMA are still evolving in a way. And that's it's really good to hear. And so that's it with this post-fight analysis. Please visit www.gobusiness123.com. And also, if you want to send any questions, go to the C&D channel at gmail.com or just leave a reply. Thank you very much. And this is MMA for you.